game. The Green Bay Packers were one of the Super Bowl's inaugural teams. Former Packer and Super Bowl I MVP Bart Starr is the only quarterback in NFL history to lead a team to 5 championships. Off the field, he's also survived 2 heart attacks, 2 strokes, and 4 major seizures. Sports reporter Tom Buren caught up with Bart and his wife Cherry on their way back to Green Bay for today's Faith on the Field.
We actually lived in Green Bay 31 years, longer than we've ever lived anywhere. I feel like we're coming home again.
Absolutely. Still a home, our adopted home.
Yes.
For Bart and Cherry Starr, it was the trip of a lifetime. The Alabama natives taking a pilgrimage back to Green Bay for maybe one last time, to where the famed Packers quarterback became an NFL icon. And now, 50 years later, enthusiastically greeted to a hero's welcome.
The fans are just fabulous. They just embrace you, whether you're winning or losing. They're the most supportive fans in the world. I cannot imagine being in any other city to play football in. It's just been great, hasn't it, honey?
It sure has.
At 81, the Super Bowl's first 2-time MVP continues to make a dramatic recovery. Healthy enough to appear at a long-anticipated halftime ceremony held in Brett Favre's honor on Thanksgiving night at Lambeau Field.
Bart's had a very difficult year, but he's just a great survivor. He never should have lived through a heart attack and 2 strokes and 4 major seizures. Nobody expected him to live through that. We owe so much to so many people who have kept us in their prayers, and he's just a miracle. He really is, everything he's been through. I'm just happy he's with us.
And happy to keep memories alive from their 1956 Green Bay arrival, playing in what is the smallest professional sports city to this day.
The Packers played in a high school stadium that was so small, and the other teams really didn't want to come play Green Bay because they couldn't make any money. That's what initiated the sharing of revenues among the leagues, so that the bigger teams that made more money shared their revenue with the smaller teams from smaller cities, but Green Bay was at the bottom of the list.
But they would surge to the top at winning titles. Bart and Cherry's legacy parallels Packers' history. Small beginnings that have grown into significant success. They are active supporters of Rawhide Boys Ranch, a faith-based home in Wisconsin for at-risk youth.
His first contract was for $6,500. So we really didn't have a lot of money to invest in starting a home for boys. And a miracle happened. He won the most valuable player of the Super Bowl and won a Corvette convertible. Well, we had an idea that we could raffle off that convertible and raise a lot of money. And in 3 days, we sold 40,000 tickets for $1 a piece.
We really did.
And we raised enough money to put the down payment on our property.
They are incredible people. They have been so diligent to support their communities, to give back as much as they possibly can. What you're about's going to come out at some point. And those 2 got nothing to worry about because they live it every single day, and they walk their faith out.
Enough for the NFL to sanction the Bart Starr Award, given annually to the player who best exemplifies outstanding character and leadership at home, on the field, and in the community.
Really remarkable people, and their generosity and the things they've done for their communities, and it's pretty powerful.
What's that Starr formula to make a long, cherished marriage?
For one thing, we really like each other. We don't just love each other, but we really enjoy each other's company. And we've always exercised a lot of humor in our marriage. Something I think people forget when they get married, they forget to be polite to each other. They forget to say please and thank you and appreciate things that you do for each other. I think you still have to acknowledge that almost on a daily basis.
Right.
And we've always done that.
This is really a sweetheart here. She is special.
She's the first lady of the NFL.
That's a lovely compliment, honey. It really
I like
is.
that one.
I don't know that I deserve it, but I like it.
Their championship journey that began in Green Bay lives strong through a faith and gratitude, passed on from this legendary star quarterback and his most treasured teammate.
You keep that in mind, too, about how blessed you are, really. That's the biggest thing is, in all of our years, regardless of the difficult times that we realize that we've been incredibly blessed.
Living examples on and off the field. What a great story.